Going on, guys? FaZe GwidT here. I'm so happy I'm finally able to say that, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. This recruitment challenge has been a long one. Started March 16th, ended May 15th. 2 months. That's a really long one, probably the longest ever. And when I was unmotivated at times, I would just check YouTube, Twitter, or even Xbox, and I'd just see support messages, and it really kept me going, and I just want to thank you guys again so much. But this commentary, I'm going to be talking about how I felt throughout each stage of the challenge and also my future plans on this channel. Alright, so I'm going to talk you through my experience with the Phase 5 recruitment challenge starting off in the beginning. So basically, I had just come back from one of my little stupid quitting sessions about a week before the recruitment challenge had even started. You know, I just come back to casually play, not really take anything seriously. I didn't have any plans set. And then all of a sudden, March 16th had come around and I was like, oh my god. FaZe Clan just posted that they're going to do a recruitment challenge, and I was like, oh my god, you know, this is a huge, huge eye-opener for me because, you know, number one, FaZe has always been a dream team of mine, and I just felt like I needed to do something to get in, and all of a sudden this recruitment challenge comes along, and I'm like, all you got to do is stay committed to get in, and I just felt like I could do that. I felt if I worked hard enough that I had a decent shot. So this was a huge, huge eye-opener for me, and you know, the first 2 weeks we had to record, I was pretty optimistic. The first 3 days, I hadn't really hit anything, and I was like, oh god, you know, people have probably hit like 3 6-on screens, all this stuff. I was just like, great, you know, not a good start. All of a sudden, I hit that quad headshot feed on Hydro, and I was just like, oh my god, that was a huge, huge kick for me. Once I hit my first really good clip, I felt like I was in the zone, and especially since the second week of that first 2 weeks I had to record, I had off of school because of spring break. So I was like, man, I mean, this is working out pretty well. And then I started to hit more clips, and I was like, all right, you know, I have a decent shot of getting into the top 100, and you know, let's just see how this rides out. Alright, so then they announced the top 100 winners on their site, and I was like, oh my god, yes, I mean, I made it. You know, I was just so excited. I wanted to go even harder than I did the first round, and unfortunately, I just come off spring break. I'm like, alright, great. You know, I still have school now, and I'm going to have to work around this somehow. So I created a sleeping schedule for myself, and this is probably the most unhealthiest thing I could have done, but I just wanted to stay so committed. I felt like I needed to do it. So basically, I had started coming home from school, and I went to bed right away. I would wake up around 10 o'clock, and then I'd play until 6 in the morning, get ready for school, go to school. Probably not the smartest thing to do. It caused me to be really deteriorated during school, caused my GPA to go down. You know, I suggest you not do that if you're trying to get into a team. I was just going all out. I mean, unless you really want to get in. I mean, I was just going insanely all out during those 2 weeks because, I mean, I really wanted to get in the top 20, and I mean, I just felt like I needed to do everything. I felt like I needed to play constantly, when in reality I probably only needed to play when I was not tired. And I was always playing when I was tired. Even when I was tired, I was like, you know what, I'm going to play. You know, I'm wasting time when I'd rather be hitting clips than sleeping. That's how I viewed it, which was stupid. But, you know, I felt like I needed to spend every single minute playing. And I ended up hitting a decent amount of clips, and then, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm probably not going to make top 20. And this was about 2 days before they were going to, or we were going to turn in our clips for the top 20 response. And I was like, man, you know, I don't think I'm going to have a shot at top 20. All of a sudden, the day before the clips were due, I got on Xbox. Oh, I got to say something. On Saturday, my computer had crashed, and I had lost 4 of my clips, so that even made me more pessimistic about the entire thing, that I wasn't going to make the top 20. So I was like, great, you know, I had to fix my computer that night. I only recovered about 10 of the clips. I'm like, great, I have 10 clips now, nothing too insane. I didn't really have an insane clip, not going to make top 20. All of a sudden, I wake up Sunday morning, first game on, I get on, I grab my ballista, party rock, downhill, second life, you know, I just got spawn killed or whatever, second life, 6 on screen. I mean, that literally was one of the best days of my life, obviously prior to joining FaZe, but, you know, I just felt so motivated then. I felt like that got me in the top 20, and of course it did, so I'm going to talk about the third stage now. Alright, so I'd found out that I made the top 20, and I was quite nervous because competing against 100 people is a lot different than competing against 20. I mean, the competition is obviously much higher, and I was really nervous. So basically, I only had a week to play, and it was during school. So, like I said, I didn't have a lot of time to play, and some of these kids, especially the snipers, didn't even have school. I mean, they had the entire week off. I was like, great, you know, I'm not going to have a really good shot. And basically, I stuck to that sleeping schedule where I came home from school, went to bed, woke up at 10, played until 6 in the morning, went to school again, and I ended up hitting a lot of my clips on the weekend, but I got what I got, and I uploaded my final Phase 5 response, and that was that. Alright, so this is the last part of my experience. Basically, I just got done uploading my final Phase 5 response on May 15th, and March 16th is when they announced the recruitment challenge, so I told myself, you know, that was the best 2 months I could have given, and there's no going back. And there was also a lot of weight lifted off my shoulders because there's no more deadlines, nothing like that. Now I just gotta try and relax and keep my sanity and wait. All of a sudden, a week went by. I started to get real paranoid. I started to compare my responses to the other 7 snipers' responses. I'm like, do I have a good chance? You know, all these what ifs. And all of a sudden, they announced introducing week to be June 3rd to June 7th. I'm like, dude, that's my last week of school. If I got in June 6th, which was my last day of school, that would be the best day of my life. And what do you know? They uploaded my introducing on June 6th, Thursday, and I can personally claim that has been the best day of my life. Call me a nerd. Man, it's been surreal, guys. You guys have been there the entire time. Thanks again for the support. And as for my future plans on this channel, I'm going to try to upload every other day now. Summer has just started for me, guys, so expect a lot of videos. And I'm basically going to be uploading episodes on FaZe as active as possible. And that's all I got to say, guys. Thanks again. You're the best. See ya.